Hello, it's me, Sweetie. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel today for another episode of Monthly Macaron. One of my personal favorite videos because all I have to do is sit here, look cute, and eat some tasty treats. But of course, while I eat them, I do give you my genuine feedback and review on the product so that you can decide if these are the right macarons for your next tea party. Or a solo Lolita event at home. These days, virtual tea parties are definitely more prevalent, or they should be more prevalent, than going out for a high tea with your comm, so I'm hoping that this Macaron mail delivery service, Macaron, could be of use to you in these hard times. Now, this is not sponsored at all, though I wish it was, to be honest. Call me. Yeah, call me. So this is not sponsored, this is just me giving you my genuine opinion on these products that I was interested in trying. Now I of course do have previous videos in this series, I will link the latest one up above, but just to reiterate, the brand of macarons that I review is from the delivery company Macaron. It is a delivery service for macarons. They make them and ship them to you via USPS, and they're ready to eat and serve after being stored in the fridge. Now, I myself love eating macarons even when I'm not going out to tea, and so I thought this was a great alternative rather than going out to a bakery and taking any kind of coronavirus risk, so I thought these would be great to share with you guys as well. Now, something that Macaron has that I do really enjoy are their variety packs. They have a few different themes, and the theme that I picked for this month is the Thanksgiving pack. It is November, and when I post this up, it will be Thanksgiving, so I thought it would be perfect for this month. So the flavors that come in the Thanksgiving pack are cornbread, pecan pie, pumpkin cheesecake, pistachio, dark chocolate sea salt caramel, and vanilla. And I have a perfect tea today to go with my macaron tasting. This is the vanilla caramel chai that I tasted with May in our fall tea tasting video. I will link that up above for you guys, and I think it'll be perfect to go with these fall Thanksgiving flavors. Well, that is enough out of me. Let's go right to the tasting. So the first macaron that caught my eye on the plate is this bright yellow here. It's a really nice sunshiny, warm, golden yellow, and the filling is also yellow, but it's definitely a lot lighter. I'm gonna go off on a limb and say this is the cornbread flavor. I'm really interested to try this because cornbread is usually more of a savory option. Let's see how it translates into a macaron. Oh my gosh, it's so buttery, wow. This is definitely much sweeter than like a savory dinner cornbread would be, but it works really well. It also has like this kind of creaminess to it that you would get by putting the butter on your cornbread. And the sweetness works really well, maybe like a butter and honey kind of situation. And I don't know if this was just me like envisioning the cornbread, but the cookie on the outside almost had a little bit of that gritty texture to it that a cornbread would have. Ugh, gritty sounds terrible. I don't know if that's the right word, but it definitely has like the texture of the grain that you use, or the flour rather, the meal, in the cornbread, in the cookie. And I think that's a really nice touch. Unless I just imagined it, then my imagination is a nice touch. But I do think that is the case. That was really good. I think it's interesting how they were able to translate something as random as cornbread into a macaron flavor. I really enjoyed that one. Moving on to our next macaron here, I believe this is the vanilla flavor. It kind of has the color of like a Nilla wafer, if you're familiar with those. Let's go into this guy. It's not overly sweet, which I like. In vanilla, it kind of reminds me of the taste of like a waffle cone for ice cream, but not as sweet. But it's definitely that kind of like nostalgic vanilla flavor rather than like an over-the-top sugary Starbucks vanilla. I will say, compared to the cookie on the cornbread one, it was a little tough, I would say. like macaron cookies are supposed to have that little crunch, but chewing on it, it did have a little bit of a toughness. And obviously they are shipped to you via the mail, so they can't be extremely fresh. But that one I would say stands out a little bit more to me than the cornbread one as far as the texture of the cookie. Alright, so I do have two kind of chocolatey brown ones here. The difference is this has like a tan color on the bottom and this one does not. I think I'm going to do this one, and I think this is the pecan pie because the top is brown for the pecans and I think the bottom is probably tan for like a shortbread pie crust. That's my guess. I can't really get a hint of what it is from the smell, but let me give you a close-up on that. So there's the tan bottom. It does have like a really golden brown look to it, like a crust, and there's the top. Let's try some pecan pie. Definitely pecan pie. There's a pecan in the middle of it. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. That really kicks the flavor up a notch. When I first bit into the cookie, it had a really subtle flavor to it, and then I bit into the pecan itself in the middle of the cookie, and it had like a hit of cinnamon with it, and the texture was so nice. It had like this firm kind of chewiness that was a great contrast to like the smooth kind of creaminess of the filling. That was excellent. The flavor is great. The texture was really good on that one. And I love how they did the two-tone color for the pecan topping and the pie crust bottom. Really cute, really good. While I'm very much enjoying my macarons, I would love to take a break for some tea. Please don't mind me. It might still be 75 degrees here in Texas, but I'm gonna drink hot fall tea like it's properly autumn. So the next one I want to try is this lovely green one right here. I think we can both assume that it's the pistachio flavor. Let's give it a try. Pistachio flavored things are always very interesting to me. I don't really taste much of anything. Like, it tastes good. It tastes good all the way through. I would recommend, but I feel like the flavor of the nuttiness really doesn't come until the back half of eating something like this. I love the color. It's really striking. I love the different icing color in the middle. The flavor was good. The texture was fine. Pistachio is not my favorite personally, but it tasted good. Another great flavor for fall and Thanksgiving. This guy looks like it's going to be the pumpkin cheesecake flavor. Now, I did do the Halloween variety box last month and it had a lot of pumpkin stuff in it. I think it was pumpkin spice, and so this is a pumpkin cheesecake. I'm interested to see how they made the difference in flavors between these two. You definitely get that pumpkin spice flavor, and I think the way they're achieving like that cheesecake flavor as would be different from like just their regular pumpkin spice macaron is, I don't know if you can see in the filling, it's almost a little bit lighter right in the middle. Excuse me. And I'm wondering if they mixed in like actual cheesecake batter into the icing. It's got that classic Thanksgiving pumpkin spice with this really like nice rich creaminess of cheesecake. Love this guy. Hi baby, would you like to come here? We've got a little visitor. I don't know if you can see him. There he is. Did you come to say hello to everyone? I'm sure that's what you did, and you're not just in here skulking around for food. And now on to the final macaron. This is the one I was most excited about. This is the dark chocolate salted caramel. Now, dark chocolate is not my preferred flavor of chocolate. I am more of a milk chocolate gal. White chocolate's too sweet, but I will still eat it. Oh my god. Oh, it like matches the color in my wig. I'm gonna have to take a second bite of that one. I wish you could taste this through the camera. Look at how like rich and delicious that looks. Oh my god. It has like the filling of the cookie is like the texture of brownie batter. Well, sadly, all the macarons are gone. I demolished them. They were all delicious. And now for my final thoughts. I think this was another successful variety box from Macaron, though I do have some notes. I will say, just in comparison to the Halloween variety pack that I tried last month, the colors and the decorations on these macarons were not like up to the same level. Not that the decorations really matter all that much, the flavor and the texture is what's most important, but seeing what they were able to do with the decorations with the previous box and then seeing this one, I was just a little bit disappointed. I think the freshness, hello, Ollie's here to give his review as well. I do think that the freshness of these macarons was still really great. I really haven't had any issues to speak of with that. I did mention that one of the cookies did have a little bit of a tough cookie on the outside. That's really the only case of that I experienced, and it really wasn't all that bad. So I still think the freshness is very viable for this delivery service. Something that I really enjoyed about this pack was the cornbread macaron. I've got a little bite of that here. I thought it was so creative to take something like a cornbread and turn it into a macaron flavor. That's something that I really enjoy about this service, is that they take really interesting flavors that you wouldn't usually see with macarons, and they make it happen, and they do it really, really well. Just between this one and the last box that I experienced, I think they're also really good at not duplicating flavors. There was 2 pumpkin flavors between this one and the last one, but they were different. I haven't tried many other variety boxes from Macaron, but I don't believe I've had a repeat flavor, so I'm interested to see if that will become a thing as I try more variety boxes. But yes, I would definitely still recommend this for you guys out there that want to try macarons for the first time and don't know where to get them or don't have a source, or if you're hosting a virtual Lolita tea party and you want something extra cute to snack on while you're enjoying tea with your friends, or if you just want to snack on some at home by yourself in your pajamas. Well, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. If you enjoyed what you saw in this video, please consider subscribing down below. I'd really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed your time with me and Ollie today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!